Alright, let's go ahead and pick it right back on up, shall we? Oh, man. Alright, sorry, I got a new monitor, so I'm trying to figure a bunch of shit out. Alright, this hermit dude. I'm actually gonna come back here and take care of him. What did I get from him? Oh, I'm not gonna switch that out. Hello. Yeah, that one doesn't matter. Well, let's just go ahead.
What's this now? You again? Why don't you go away?
Why don't you go away?
May I? Oh, yes, I think I might. Let's see.
Let's see.
Do you have a knowledge of the arcane arts?
No, of course not.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. But wait, what if you are lying? You thought to scamper away without suspicion, did you? Well, I'm onto you. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you.
Ask away.
I still have the acorn if you want it. Well, that's your business then, isn't it? I still answered your... Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
Friends, turn back, please. These woods are a danger to those who do not know the paths.
Anarin?
Wait, I remember your face. But younger, more impulsive.
Stern.
Win?
I thought they had killed you.
They very nearly did. The Templars found me while I was searching for the Dalish. They ran me through and left me for dead.
I brought this on you. Oh, I was a dreadful mentor, harsh and impatient. I am sorry for the way I treated you.
I have put that behind me, and you should too. I didn't fit in with the Templars in your chantry. My path lay elsewhere.
Irving is a reasonable man. He will find some way for you to return. The Circle needs new blood. It needs to change.
I have fond memories of Irving. He was always kind to me. I will consider your proposal, and perhaps I will speak with Irving. However, I promise nothing. Now, it is getting late and you have much to do. You should be on your way.
We could stay longer if you wish it, Win.
No, we've spent enough time on my personal affairs. It is time for us to move on.
Look at this. It's the hardened sap of a tree native to this forest. It's been something of a lucky charm for me.
Hardened sap.
And now I want you to have it.
Very well. I'm grateful. May your gods smile on you, Anarin.
And on you.
Yes. Interesting. I've never actually done Wind's Quest, so I've never seen that before. Alright, we're gonna steal from the old man. It appears someone has dug a hole beneath the stone leading to a tiny and filthy cave of sorts. Obviously, the hermit sleeps there. It also seems to be a small cubby hole. It's filled with mud, twigs, and other debris.
Hold on, you. That's private property. That's an old man's home, that is. Keep out. Keep out.
An old man's home. Reach into the cubby hole. Something else moving, and it stabs your hand painfully. Hello.
You're a robber, is what you are. They sent you, didn't they? Well, I'll show you. They won't get away with this.
He's a crazy old man. Summon demons.
Here comes trouble!
It is indeed great timing.
Let's make this quick!
Got him.
Ask away.
Okay. Is your long, long trip away from home now at an end, Cozy? Well, let's go ahead and clear out the rest of this.
Poor animals. Why did they attack?
It is done.
Silly bears, tricks are for kids.
Was there a city here once? Was it built in the forest, or did the forest come later?
There's violence. Sometimes. Feel not well.
Delighted. All right.
All right.
Delighted.
Let's go ahead and do that. A lot more dexterity for that. That's fine. The air seems unnaturally cold around this ancient tombstone. Runes of warding are carved into the surface. Disturb them!
What's all this?
Defend yourself.
As you desire.
Gotcha, bitch. Ooh, piece of candy.
Are we in a hurry?
Okay. That's everything for us now. Can't go that way. Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Gotta go up to that gravestone in just a second. First, we're gonna talk to this grand old oak tree.
My acorn is still gone, so I pray to thee. Hast thou any news for me?
Is this the acorn you seek?
Joy soars to new heights indeed. I am reunited with my seed. This cannot pass without reward. I shall give what little I can afford. Keep this branch of mine with thee, and pass throughout the forest free. I wish thee well, my mortal friend. Thou brought my sadness to an end. May the sunlight find you, thy days be long, thy winters kind, and thy roots be strong.
And thy roots be strong. Thank you, Mr. Grand Oak, sir, person.
Desire.
I'm making him rage. We want to go to that gravestone. So many angry wolves. Okay, I'm gonna disturb this grave as soon as we can rage against the machine again. Roar! Disturbs the tombstone. Where is he? No, that's not him. There you are. I was like, I know you're somewhere, sir.
Let's make this quick. And this. Defend yourself. Make a preserver. I suppose violence is a solution. Must sometimes. Defend yourself.
He just got Shrek'd. Hehehe, got him. How do you boo 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 boo? Alright, we're gonna quickly turn in a quest. Okay, cool. Looks like we got some more frenemies down here. Bears, lions, tigers, bears, oh my. Well, there are no lions or tigers. Just some great googly moogly bears. That's a fun phrase. Great googly moogly.
Great googly moogly bears.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the resale there, Amon. Can't believe it has been 15 years. Give or take. I rounded. I figure I'm somewhere in the ballpark, right? I'm in the ballpark. Meth. Close enough. That's what you said, right? Meth. Close enough.
Greetings to you, friend. I understand I have you to thank for my rescue from the forest.
Yes, that is me.
I don't want your efforts to go unrewarded.
Yep.
Here is a gem I traded for when I was amongst the outsiders. I thought to make a necklace out of it for my bride, but I want you to have it. I know it is of worth.
Oh. It is not necessary. Keep
You
it.
wish
I
me
insist.
to keep it? Then you are truly generous.
Truly.
Thank you again. And now, I am afraid I must rest.
You are
Keeper
afraid?
says I am not yet fully recovered.
Why are you
after all.
afraid, sir?
I wish you well, my friend.
Why is he afraid of me? I haven't even threatened him yet.
You have returned. Is there any chance you have news of Delilah?
I do.
You have news? Have you found her? Are you certain?
She's dead.
Dead? What happened to her? Was it as I thought?
She died from the curse. The Natharian told you the truth.
The Keeper told me the truth? Are you certain?
Absolutely. She sends you her love as well.
Oh. I see. At least she is at peace.
Just that head
Here's
tilt to the
answer,
side, which
as
is
I
like,
promised.
whatever.
Now I should go and make arrangements. I must mourn my wife as is proper. Dareth Shiral.
Dara shalalala. Alala dalalala. Oh yeah, you gave us something. What'd you give me, boy? Cool, don't care about that. Don't care about that. That could work for you, Winnie. Oh, perfect. You've got 2 useless rings. That's what I like to see. Verithor!
It is good to see you again. Have you need of something?
I found some ironbark for you.
Truly? Let me see. Yes, that is indeed ironbark, and a substantial quantity of it as well. Well done. An agreement is an agreement, and I will craft something from this wood for you. What would you like? A bow? Or perhaps a breastplate?
The breastplate, please.
Manuvinin, I will craft it myself.
Manu
Watch if you
Nibele,
prefer, it will
Nibele.
not take long.
Blah, 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 blah.
And I've reformed the wood to my will. A Dalish breastplate for you. May it serve you well.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It is good to see you again. Have you need of something? I am no merchant, but
But let us trade. You can have that good, sir. Do I have any rare items I would like to steal? I mean, obtain from you. I mean, steal from you. Two-handed... Oh, no. This longsword main hand. Nah. But do I have anything I want to get rid of? That. Borrow indefinitely. Yep, that. All that. Those. That. Immediately turn in the armor he just made me. Oh, that's amazing armor. Sell. No, I won't do that. Sell. Trash. Money. Trash. Hey. The fuck's the point of this thing? I don't know.
I am told you were instrumental in bringing our Kamen and Gaina together.
Uh-huh. Yes, that is correct.
By our traditions, Kamen is still Dalen, a child. Their match is hardly appropriate.
Who am I to stand in the way of love?
We try to teach our young to wean themselves off the impatience that humans suffer from. Their belief that everything must happen now is what destroyed us long ago. But there's no real harm in what you did. I do not doubt your intentions were good.
Why are the Dalish so hostile?
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
Yep. Is there no way to get on
It
your good
requires
side?
an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
Oh, good.
Certainly. He did? Why would he send you to tell me such a thing?
Oh, I told him I was coming to see you anyway.
How very odd. I shall go speak with him at once, then. Excuse me.
Oh, of course.
Tell me. You called for me, Keeper?
Do. Ha ha, I stole your songbook. Hehehe. Run away!
What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Pea
Oh.
stew.
So, it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden, cooked lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the
No
last lamb
heavy
you had was
stews.
probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right.
Food shouldn't be
We take our
pretentious.
ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform grey colour. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
You're having me on.
Ha! You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
You need to eat lazy style. I came here for two reasons. One,
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed.
to sell some
I'm
shit
sure
to
you'll
this
be-
guy. The other was to heal all of our damage. Win. Trash that, trash that. Now let's go to Morrigan. Nah. I'm just gonna pop that one right there. All right, Mr. Ali Star. Okay. I mean, Liliana's finances. Papo. Yeah, no, the pure bitch braid. Oh yeah. Very nice. A gift for you, sir. It is this.
Gloves?
Gloves?
You're giving me gloves? What for?
Oh, I thought you might like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
They are quite handsome. Oh, it was nothing, my
Still,
friend.
I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome, my friend. I am readjusting my desk slowly as I figure out things. Please excuse me as I scramble and struggle. Dalish gloves. 0.5, but dexterity. These would obviously give better, but nay, sir. I guess I'll leave you. Well, let's check. Yeah, we'll leave you as is. Nothing for that. Cool. Oh, whoops, sorry. Morrigan. Nope. Nope. Okay, back to gifts. Okay, Morgan loves a lot of those thingies, but we don't have any of those thingies. Okay. Liliana likes Andraste's grace.
Oh, how dear of
Oh,
you.
how dear.
Thank you so much.
Okay, none of the rest of those are things I can do. The dog loves Oxbone. I mean, he already fully loves us, so, like, that ain't changing. Alistair. I don't think we have anything for you. We do not. Okay, go the other direction now. Character we don't have yet, so that doesn't matter. Shale loves remarkable. Got it.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh, shiny. A painted sky ball. None of these. Zevron, do you want this? No. So is this painted sky ball a... anybody likes it? It's just neutral for everybody. Okay. So we give it to whoever we want. Cool. So who do I need to increase their likeness for me? Not you, not you, not you, not you. Not really you, not really you. We're on your quest, so... Shale, congratulations.
I'm to keep this, am I?
I'm to keep this, am I?
Yeah! Fucking
I've
yeah.
watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I have decided that it is not much like any of them.
I'm not human?
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings.
I am a castless and an exile. Is that what you meant?
Then that must be it. My experience with dwarves is limited, but obviously I need to encounter more of them. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
We wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
All soft. Yes, perish the thought. We wouldn't want you to think we're soft.
It speaks.
You're still with me, I see.
Yes. Its adventures are interesting, even if the chances for success are remarkably slim. It would be better to throw oneself off a cliff, I suspect. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go.
No, stay. You're quite helpful.
No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
I love the characters with just that dry, like, existence. He's just like, he's just here. He does not care.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome?
You led me to an errand. You persisted, even though I was sure all you were going to find was a dead end.
It always feels good to get resolution.
I will never be able to repay you for what you've done for me. Finding an errand allowed me to bring that chapter of my life to a close. I feel free. A great weight has been lifted off my heart. This moment, it feels like the moment before the sunrise, when all the world is still, holding its breath, waiting for first light. I can stop thinking about my past and look forward to the future. Thank you, my friend. You will always have my gratitude.
Literally cannot even imagine what she's talking about. Oh, he's a good boy. Pelusian.
And so I shall.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of precise striking. That there. I'm gonna move threatened over here. I'm gonna keep berserk there. Actually, I'm gonna move this here and this here. Simply because I literally cannot see this corner of my screen. Perfect. Man, I love how old you can feel the games are. Like, you can literally see, like, the patches of ground. The world's not real. You can see the patches. The pieces of the world. The fabric of reality is unraveling. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, anyway. I know. It's hard to imagine that this game isn't real. Or was made like 20 years ago. Speaking of a game made 20 years ago, I'm gonna be streaming that game in a bit. I know! There's actually a remake for the game, but I do not have a way of purchasing it. I'm sorry to have broken your immersion. That's a holla back. But sometimes, to make one live a happier life, you must ruin their immersion. You must remind them that they are not in the Matrix. Something tells me this is not a good thing. No, I think you meant right. We were moving to the right.
You are not welcome here.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm here on behalf of the Mages Collective.
Doing the Templars' dirty work for them, eh? Templars or mages, it means nothing to us. There is dark power here.
I think their nipples might be exposed.
Won't stand in our way.
The noise and
I guess you could say it's a little bit nipply. Oh, she's dead already? Good lord, Liliana. So I don't put much stock in people. They die.
The forest has not been vigilant enough. Still you come.
Still you come.
You are stronger than we could have anticipated. The Dalish chose well, but you do not belong here, outsider. Leave this place.
Why won't you let me try to settle this dispute?
You are sent by the treacherous Dalish to kill Witherfang. I will not stand by and allow that to happen.
I will not stand by. Why do you call the Dalish treacherous? You attack them.
And they deserve no less. You are an intruder in our home. You come to kill, as all your kind do. We have learned this lesson well. Here, Witherfang protects us. Here we learn our names and are beloved. We will defend Witherfang and this place with our lives.
Oh, okay. I don't think they're gonna listen to me. I saw a funny article earlier today about it was the BioWare was saying that they're very confident in the upcoming combat for Dragon Age 4, and they said that it will be actually enjoyable combat. Thus, absolutely shaming and naming their 3 previous games as being trash.
Just deal with these ones and move on.
Run while you can.
How are we going
Yeah. Well, they all play completely different.
Come and get it.
I'm like, isn't there a better way they could have, you know, framed that? The combat is in a much different state than previous games, and we hope that players will enjoy it even more. Man, doesn't that sound nicer?
Yes, of course.
It's like, nope, makes too much sense. Can't be done.
I'll do it.
I'm just like, Jesus. Blah, blah, blah.
We are invaded. Intruders have deceived their way into the forest's heart. Fall back to the ruins. Protect the lady.
I think this is it. Werewolf City. Kind of flea heaven, isn't it?
Flea heaven.
And so I...
Do you think it's safe to be in here? I thought I heard a walk rumbling off
Nope.
in the distance.
So I shall.
I found money in a pile of filth. Let's go. Can't go that way.
What now? Of course.
Secret tunnels. Filth and rubble.
Of course.
Couple of bones. Let's see. Ah, nothing. Perfect. Oh, wonderful. Spoidus!
Must it all
If Spider-Man got bit by one of these spiders, there wouldn't be a Spider-Man. There'd be a dead man.
On my way.
Oof. Oh. Nasty.
Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead. I'll do it. Trap right ahead.
Direct me. And so I shall.
It used Jimmy Buffett on me. Or was it Buffet? Bad joke? Probably. Jimmy Buffet. Oh, I missed a couple of traps? Interesting.
As you like.
And so I shall.
Oh yeah, what's your injury even? Deafened. Ugh. God, I swear to God. You know what? I'm gonna just put this right here because, goddamn, girl, you get damaged so much. You almost act like you're the one who's supposed to be tanking. You're not! Guys, we found it. The dragon whore. Duh. Sorry, I got distracted.
I'll do it.
Ha. Got him. How's our inventory? Struggling. Alright, anything I can get rid of? Onyx Demon Statue, I think that is an Alistar. Gift, easy peasy.
Is that for me?
Silver
Really?
Medallion is most likely...
Wow!
Morgan. Massive constitution.
Oh no, what's all this? Delighted.
Make a preserver.
Be careful! Let's make this quick!
And so I shall. All right.
Okay, nothing there. Blah, blah, blah. the only way. Those spiders are revolting, to be honest.
Mummy? Mummy, no matter, son.
Mummy? Are you looking for your mother? I can help you find her.
Mummy! Mummy! Mummy!
Calm down. What are you seeing? Ah, The Walking Dead. Got it. Do I need to turn down the volume? I can. If it's too loud. Or is it just, you know, the spiders are particularly gnarly. A fancy scroll and a tableau. The elven ritual.
As you desire.
Alright.
Delighted.
All right. The water in the pool appears cool and clean. It is refreshed from some internal source, perhaps magically. Submerged in what appears to be a small earthen jug. Alright, so we take the jug. You take the jug out of the pool. It is made of clay and appears to be none of the worse for its immersion. Fill the earthen jug with water. You dip the jug into the water until it fills up completely. The altar is plain and covered in a thin layer of dust. Numerous carvings cover its surface, most are rated beyond legibility. Place the filled earthen jug on top of the altar. The jug is now on top of the altar. Next, you kneel before the altar and pray. You kneel before the altar and pray, touching your forehead to the ground as depicted on the tablet. You feel a sense of righteousness and approval. Now we examine the earthen jug. It's currently filled with water. Take a single sip of the water from the jug. You carefully take a sip and then replace it on the altar. Take the earthen jug. Leave the altar. And then dump the water. Slowly you spill the water back in. As soon as the jug is empty, it suddenly shatters, its pieces falling into the pool. And the door opens. So if you're curious how I knew that, other than the fact that I have a guide up, I only have a guide up because I'm too lazy to do this again. There is a codex in here. It's not this one. It was it Culture and History? Which one is it? Brazilian, Arlathan, Daily Shells, Dinner, Dragon Colts. It was Codex 233. Huh? You mean 234? Yeah. Okay. A jug overflowing with water standing on an altar. And then praying. And then you drink. And then spilling the water out. So utilizing this, you're supposed to realize you need to take the jug, fill it up, place it on the altar, pray before the altar, take a single drink from the jug once it's there, then dump the remaining out. That's how you do it, son.
Oh, now, what's all
Dog does not have a level up set. Oh, you do because you have a specialization available. Alistair. I could turn Alistair into something else. I really need to look into that other shit at some point. Man, am I lazy.
Shall we go? And so I shall.
Viran Salanon, Ranala Foros.
Nay, Garan Sudale, Garan!
You need help? Are you lost here, spirit? I like just having the dog, just means you're gonna have constant, like, barks. It's like that moment in, Stardew, where we had constant crows. Just all the time. Crows everywhere. 'Twas a wonderful thing. You're like, kind of, but not at all. Okay. Alright, we should have the full Juggernaut set, so let's see how this looks for you, my good sir. $34.69 becomes 33, 67. You do lose 2 of each. Okay. What does this give? 5% everything. Same. Uh, 315. That just, again, another 5% everything. And 10% everything. Yeah, it's just not better. It's just not better. You've got to be better, mate. You just got to be better. You know? You just got to.
Delighted.
Alright, battle it is then.
That's a lot of bullshit.
Let's grab some
Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
This elaborate artifact has a gem-like structure that contains what appears to be blood. Fresh and liquid even after all this time. The gem is vibrating slightly. Alright, let's show this artifact to the other party members.
We have little knowledge of the magic used by the Elves of our Lathan's time. The Magisters of Tevinter were more interested in subjugating the Elves than recording their history. As it is, I would hazard a guess that the object you're holding is a form of phylactery, meant to hold living essence, perhaps even a spirit of some kind.
This appears to be a phylactery of some kind. The essence of a mage, kept magically preserved. If that were all it is, however, I would be surprised.
Is that blood in there? Whose, I wonder? You think it would be all dried up?
Is that blood in there?
There must be magic involved.
Always. Touch the gem. The gem is warm to touch, and in your mind immediately begins swimming with visions, images, and memories from a life of your own. Not your own. The presence in the gem is at first alarmed when it senses your touch. It recoils in fears, and the images that rush your mind are ones of imprisonment and loneliness. Ah, I am sorry, I did not mean to frighten you. The presence calms and then is racked with indecision. Rather than have you leave, it begs you to stay. More images flash through your mind. Time that the presence has spent trapped within the life gem. Time where the presence has slept, gone mad, and then slept again. The presence has no name it can remember. You get the sense of an elf, a mage in glittering silver armor. But this was long ago, remembered as if through a fog. What is this place? What happened here? The images that come are slow. The present must think back to a time it barely recalls at all. See a place of serenity where the elders come to a slumber and are visited by those who offer tribute to the gods on their behalf. Presents memory of what happened there are uncertain. There are flashes of violence, of war, but it's too long ago, none of it clear. Was this a war with the humans? The presence remembers the humans. This was a time even after the humans had come. It was they who had built the place long before. Perhaps the war was with other humans. Perhaps it was with something else. Something that killed both the humans and the elves that were here. It is not clear. How did you end up in this gem? You see images of great battle, elves and humans both screaming and attempting to flee from some terrible presence. What that presence was is blurry and lost to time. The The presence fled the destruction by using the life gem, escaping his body. I was sure that someone would come to rescue it, but no one did. Not until now. How do I know you're not a spirit tricking me? You see fake images of a mage holding the life gem, enchanting in an unknown language. There are no other memories. The presence does not know how to prove this to you. You were once a mage. See images again of the elf in silver armor, one who is a mage and warrior both. The name of the order he belongs to translates to arcane warrior. What is an arcane warrior exactly? Presence can remember little. You see images of an order of elven mages who channel their spells into their strength fighting as arcane warriors. Presence could give you what knowledge remains within it of how to become an arcane warrior. This is all he has left to offer. How would I give you the release you seek? You see a stone altar and the life gem placed upon the altar. The life gem then vibrates and explodes, destroying the presence within forever. The yearning that follows this image is keen and almost hopeless. You could teach me to become an arcane warrior. Yes, I will try to help you. The images have become tinged with desperation. The altar, the presence cannot remember where the altar is, but it knows the life gem must be placed on it. Approach the altar with the gem. As the life gem nears the altar, the presence becomes overcome with emotion. Could its endless nightmare finally be over? The images that are sent to your mind depict a clear question. Do you still wish to learn the skills? Yes, give me your memories. They are hazy and incomplete, but enough for any mage to gather a few of the talents that the arcane warriors once possessed. Now the present asks that you keep your promise. Release it from its eternal prison. We place the artifact on the altar. Last images from the presence are ones of joy. Oblivion will be a welcome relief. Yay! Good job.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
What do you know of this
People
place?
have always spoken of dark and mysterious woods haunted by beings unseen. The Brazilian forest is one such forest. They say the veil is thin here, and spirits from the fade pass over, drifting through the trees and giving them an unnatural and sinister intelligence. It is said that if you feel you are being watched in the Brazilian forest, you are.
Well, yeah. Okay, let's just move on. You're creepy, lady.
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
It is no trouble.
Alistair?
Ask away.
Never mind. Come on. So the real question is, do we turn Wynn into a battle mage? Oh wait, hold on. No, that's where I came from. I won't go south. Yeah, that's what I thought. A glass phylactery.
Desire.
There's no obvious order to this jumble of miscellanea. One item stands out. A small glass phylactery. The area is unnaturally cold. Take the vial. The glass fractures at your touch. Typical.
Let's make this quick. Here comes trouble.
Let's have at it!
Gotcha, bitch. Drama. The Black Vials.
Trap right ahead.
I like how it was essentially just going around and like giving myself free experience while ignoring all the enemies trying to attack me. They're trying their hardest to kill me, and I'm just like, trap detected. Alright. We got too much extra shit, so we gotta get rid of some shit. Okay, first of all, we got an iron ring. Toss that on Alistair, that gives us 1. Fancy scroll. Is that something I can give to Liliana? No. When do you like fancy scrolls? You do. Here you go.
Oh, Marv.
Oh, marvelous! Uh-huh. Ugh.
And so I shall.
I mentioned this before, but this is like one of the very few, well, in fact, in this game specifically, this is the only one where I'm actually like slightly like torn between the correct decision for what you should do.
Watch out! I never liked this part. Let's make this quick.
That went well. All right, and so I shall.
Oof.
sire.
Ask away.
Shall we go?
Abad, you just got called cheap again. Yep. That's what they all say.
Delighted.
They don't even have the guts to tell you where you're cheap. Into the brink, splashy and a splashy, do 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 do.
shall we do here?
Trap right ahead.
on your mind?
Nothing. I did not mean to click on you. I wanted to click on the bones behind you. That awkward moment where all you want to do is steal things from other people, but like, you accidentally talk to somebody and you're like, ooh, this is awkward. You know what I mean? It's like, look, lady, I'm just trying to rob the place. A fancy vase. It sells for 45. Suppose something like this, which sells for 10. So let's get rid of that.
Delighted.
My hoarding! Oh good, I was just about to make a save anyway. In the lair of the werewolves.
Stop! Brothers and sisters, be at ease. We do not wish any more of our people hurt. I ask you this now, outsider. Are you willing to parley?
We are talking right now, aren't we? So dog.
Not with me. I have been sent to you on behalf of the lady. She believes you may not be aware of everything you should be. She means you no harm, provided your willingness to parley in peace is an honest one.
If you're willing to talk, why didn't you earlier?
Swiftrunner did not think it would matter. The lady disagrees, and since you have forced your way this far, we must acquiesce to her wishes.
And how do I know I won't be walking into another ambush?
What would be the point? You have already proven your strength. We have no wish to anger you further.
Then take me to this lady.
Follow me. But I warn you, if you break your promise and harm her, I will come back from the Fade itself to see you pay.
The Fade itself. Awooga. They're angry. They have found a maiden.
I bid you welcome,
Ahmad.
mortal. I am the Lady of the Forest.
Thank you. I am glad we had a chance to talk.
Do not listen to him, lady. He will betray you. We must attack him now.
Hush, Swiftrunner. Your urge for battle has only seen the death of the very ones you've been trying to save. Is that what you want?
No, my lady. Anything but that.
You're just an Elden Ring guy. That's why.
This outsider, to set our rage aside. I apologize on Swiftrunner's behalf. He struggles with his nature.
As do we all.
Truer words were never spoken. But few could claim the same as these creatures, that their very nature is a curse forced upon them. No doubt you have questions, mortal. There are things that Zathrian has not told you.
Is that so? Oh, such as?
It was Zathrian who created the curse that these creatures suffer. The same curse that Zathrian's own people now suffer. Centuries ago, when the Dalish first came to this land, a tribe of humans lived close to this forest. They sought to drive the Dalish away. Zathrian was a young man then. He had a son and daughter he loved greatly. And while out hunting, the human tribe captured them both.
The humans tortured the boy, killed him. The girl they raped and left for dead. The Dalish found her, but she learned later she was with child. She killed herself.
So Zathrian cursed them, I take it.
Zathrian came to this ruin and summoned a terrible spirit, binding it to the body of a great wolf. So Witherfang came to me. Witherfang hunted the humans of the tribe. Many were killed, but others were cursed by his blood, becoming twisted and savage creatures.
Twisted and savage, just as Witherfang himself is. They were driven into the forest. When the human tribe finally left for good, their cursed brethren remained, pitiful and mindless animals.
Until I found you, my lady. You gave me peace.
I showed Swiftrunner that there was another side to his bestial nature. I soothed his rage and his humanity emerged. And he brought others to me.
So why didn't you rejoin human society?
They are still cursed, mortal. The bestial side of their nature cannot be denied, and this places them forever outside of the company of their people. We seek to end the curse. The crimes committed against Zathrian's children were grave, but they were committed centuries ago by those who are long dead. Word was sent to Zathrian every time the landships passed this way, asking him to come, but he has always ignored us. We will no longer be denied.
We spread the curse to his people, so he must end the curse to save them.
Please, mortal. You must go to him. Bring him here. If he sees these creatures, hears their plight, surely he will agree to end the curse.
So, there are 3 ways to solve this. Kill the werewolves. Kill the elves. Or parlay. So if you haven't figured out each of the main points of this, there have been something happening. We saw the, well, like, try to, you know, get Zathrian and the werewolves to talk and come to a peaceful ending. But essentially, what ends up coming down to the very end of the main choices is you have 2 choices. You can side with one side or the other. So in the Mage's Tower, we had the choice of trying to save all of the mages, and thus allowing the mages to help you in the final fight. Or side with the Templars and slaughter all of the mages. And then the Templars would be with you at the final fight. This one, you can side with the elves and slaughter all of the werewolves and have the elves on your side. You can side with the werewolves and slaughter all the Dalish and have the werewolves on your side. Or you can have the parlay option. It's like, I hate this one because I want to side with the werewolves because that is the right thing to do. But unfortunately, of course, 99% of the Dalish are innocent. It's just Zathrian who's the dick. But, whatever. Whatever. Why would Zathrian agree to come here alone?
If Zathrian comes, I shall summon Witherfang. I possess that power. I also have the power to ensure Witherfang is never found. Tell Zathrian this. If he does not come, if he does not break the curse, he will never find Witherfang, and he will never cure his people.
And what if there is no way to break the curse?
I believe there is. There must be.
If there is no way, then he dies. Then they all die.
They all die. Very well, I will go to Zathrian and tell him this.
Then we shall await your return. Outside of this chamber, the passage leading back to the surface has been opened for you. Return with Zathrian as soon as you can.
Return with Zathrian. As soon as you can. As soon as you can. I can't believe it's not butter.
Delighted.
Can I walk past him?
Ah, and here you are already.
How did you get here? Would the forest keep you out?
I am a keeper, with access to powers your king has long forgotten. I was never barred from this place. There was no way to tell what would happen once you reached this ruin, so I decided to come myself.
You mean you wanted to make sure I got the heart? We need to talk,
Yes,
you and
yes,
I.
there will be plenty of time for that. Did you acquire the heart?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. May I ask then, why are you leaving the ruin?
So you knew about this ruin. Why didn't you tell me?
There was no need. I knew you would find it, and I did not care to give you a history lesson about things that have no bearing on your purpose here. But it seems the spirit convinced you to act on her behalf. Might I inquire what she wants?
What is it that you think she wants?
To survive, I suspect. That is the common nature amongst all such creatures, the will to survive. You do understand that she actually is Witherfang?
Yes, I thought as much.
She is the powerful spirit of this ancient forest that I summoned long ago and bound in the body of the wolf. Her nature is that of the forest itself. Beautiful and terrible, serene and savage, maiden and beast. She is the lady and Witherfang both, two sides of a single being. The curse came first from her. Those she afflicted with it mirrored her own nature, becoming savage beast as well as human.
The curse came first from you.
They attacked my clan, and they were the same savages then that they have ever been. They deserve to be wiped out and not defended. Come, I will accompany you back to the ruin. Let us go and speak to the spirit, and I will force her into Witherfang's form. He may then be slain and the heart taken.
Won't you consider at least talking to them?
All they want is revenge, or a release that I will not give them. No, let us take the heart and end it.
Do you still have so much hatred after all this time?
You were not there. You did not see what they did to my son, to my daughter, and so many others. You are not Dalish. How can you know how we had to struggle to be safe? How could I have let their crimes go unanswered?
But those crimes were committed
I
centuries
remember
ago.
them as if it were yesterday. Even if they are more than animals now, they desire nothing but revenge. They will never let my clan be.
So your answer is to let them suffer forever?
Tell me, if you held your own daughter's lifeless body in your arms, would you not also have sworn an eternity of pain on those who did such to her?
I might have, but who is being punished now?
Very well. You wish me to go and talk? I will do so. But what if it is only more revenge they wish? Will you safeguard me from harm?
I don't think it will come to that.
I fail to see the purpose behind this, but very well. It has been many centuries now. Let us see what the spirit has to say. So here you are, Spirit.
She is the lady of the forest. You will address her properly.
You've taken a name, Spirit? And you've given names to your pets? These beasts who follow you?
It was they who gave me a name, Zathrian. And the names they take are their own. They follow me because I help them to find who they are.
Who they are has not changed from whom their ancestors were. Wild savages, worthless dogs. Their twisted shape only mirrors their monstrous hearts.
He will not help us, lady. It is as I warned you. He is not here to talk.
No, I am here to talk, though I see little point in it. We all know where this will lead. Your nature compels it, as does mine.
It does not have to be that way. There is room in your heart for compassion, Zathrian. Surely your retribution is spent.
My retribution is eternal, Spirit, as is my pain. This is justice, no more.
Are you certain your pain is the only reason you will not end this curse? Have you told the mortal how it was created?
He said he summoned you and bound you to a wolf.
And so he did. Witherfang and I are bound as one being. But such powerful magic could not be accomplished without Zathrian's own blood. Your people believe you have rediscovered the immortality of their ancestors, Zathrian, but that is not true. So long as the curse exists, so do you.
No! That is not how it is!
Just how far will you go for revenge, Zathrian?
I did it for my people. I did it for my son and my daughter. For them, for justice, I would do anything.
The curse would not end with Zathrian's death. His life, however, relies on its existence. And I believe his death plays a part in its ending.
Then we kill him! We tear him apart now!
For all your powers of speech, you are beasts still. What would you gain from killing me? Only I know how the ritual ends, and I will never do it.
Ha! You see? We must kill them all!
See? They turn on you as quickly. Do what you have come here to do, Grey Warden, or get out of my way.
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I won't help you do this.
We're standing for what's right here, no matter what.
Then you die with them. All of you will suffer as you deserve. No more. I cannot defeat you.
Finish it! Kill him now!
No! Don't kill him! Please, lady, stop him!
No, Swift Runner. We will not kill him. If there is no room in our hearts for mercy, how may we expect there to be room in his?
I cannot do as you ask, Spirit. I am too old to know mercy. All I see are the faces of my children, my people. I cannot do it.
Hasn't this gone long enough, Zathrian?
Perhaps I have lived too long. This hatred in me is like an ancient, gnarled root. It has consumed my soul. What of you, Spirit? You are bound to the curse just as I am. Do you not fear your end?
You are my maker, Zathrian. You gave me form and consciousness where none existed. I have known pain and love, hope and fear, all the joy that is life.
All the joy.
Yet of all things, I desire nothing more than an end. I beg you, Maker, put an end to me. We beg you, show mercy.
You shame me, Spirit. I am an old man, alive long past his time.
Then you will do it? You will end the curse?
Yes, I think it is time. Let us put an end to it all.
It's over. She's gone. And we're human. I can scarcely believe it.
So, what are you gonna
We'll
do
leave
now?
the forest, I suppose. Find other humans, see what's out there for us. It should be quite interesting, don't you think? Thank you. We'll never forget you.
Running in a pack. Hey. Nice.
And so I shall.
If you're wondering when politics in this game was gonna come up, oh, just you wait. We're about to get to politics here, because after we do this, we get to go to Orzammar, where they're fighting over kings. Because the previous king had just died sometime between the events of us leaving Orzammar and, you know, now. If we played as a noble dwarf, we would have been the third son of the king. But we didn't, so we ain't. That is for that person. Silver medallion. This for you.
A fine gift.
Quite
You have my
literally,
thanks.
all these are for one person that we don't even have yet.
Are you sure I can't interest you in it? I'm sure you'll be...
Yes, Bodon. Alright, sell. Opened up 54 item slots that we're gonna just super quickly right on up. Let's go to the Brazilian outskirts. Oh no. It's a trap.
Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead.
You are for it.
I shall do so. Immediately.
Easy. Peasy. Lemon squeezy. Aye.
How odd. I'm sure you must have misunderstood his intent. Thank you anyway. It is done. Zathrian has banished all traces of cursed blood from the hunters. It is too bad that Zathrian had to die. I felt it when he departed. I think he was ready to go.
Did you know about his connection to the curse?
I suspected. But Zathrian did not like to talk about that. Nonetheless, the curse is over, and no one else will be subjected to it. It will be difficult to fill Zathrian's shoes. He was our keeper for many centuries, and he will be sorely missed. But I am keeper now. Let me say it officially then. I hereby swear to uphold the terms of the ancient contract our people formed with the Grey Wardens. Call, and we shall come, with great speed and purpose, and we shall strike at your foes. This I swear.
Thank you, Lanaya.
It has been a long time since the Dalish marched to war, but I trust that in the end, we shall make a difference for you.
Debatable, but, you know, whatever. We're a poacher.
Here I am.
Okay. Alright. Cool. I like how we baited her out of the way by telling her the Zathrian needed her, just so we could loot the chest and then leave. Ha ha ha.
I will never get over how quietly you are able to move.
It took me years and years to learn, and even then I am not the best at it.
So you didn't sneak around when spying?
We all had different ways of doing things. Some preferred not to be seen at all, to cloak themselves in shadow and darkness. I realized that it is not such a bad thing to be seen, as long as you do not stand out and are quickly forgotten. I specialized in blending in, not drawing attention and looking like I had every right to be there. It is invisibility, but of another kind.
Ah, yes. But I heard you often seduced your targets. They'd remember you.
Not if they died.
Oh.
Not if they
Dying
died.
Desire.
In the company of a lovely seductress. Tell me that isn't a good death.
I don't know if I should take you seriously. But you scare me sometimes.
Stop trying to flirt with a professional spy, Alistair.
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden. We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
I believe I have none of those at the moment. Go. I don't know if
generous, Warden. If you need staff after the battle, keep us in mind. On your order, Grey Warden. The Jarl was generous, but we're a mercenary force, Warden.
I have no idea if that's actually doing anything useful for our team or not by giving that stuff. I really should look it up. I have no clue.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
TBH. Alright, to Orzammar. Silly bounty hunters. Tricks are for kids.
Most traders aren't allowed into Orzammar, so they just sort of gather near the doors. There's no laws up here at all, I'm told.
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have
Grey
with a man
Wardens.
like me? Oh?
What was this about? How sad it is to see a Grey Warden manipulated. But I have no time to straighten this out for you. Men, let's teach the Grey Warden a lesson about trust.
Let's have at it!
Defend yourself!
Oh no, you don't!
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
It is no trouble.
What's on your mind? Nothing.
How am I supposed to live with no crafts to sell? I'll be ruined.
Step right up, friend, and have a look at the finest selection of almost new armor and weaponry east of
Almost new.
Yes, well, I don't like to brag, but I've got some fine things here. Almost straight from the Royal Armoury. Only took a slight detour on the way.
Do you happen to find a Canary sword?
I'm afraid I don't know the word.
The people you looted by Lake Cananan.
Oh, them. Well, I have a few shields here. I had one sword, but I sold it already.
I sold it already. Who'd you sell it to?
A collector. I can't go telling you all about my paying customers. One, it's not ethical, and two, it's bad for business. A lot of my customers are sensitive types. They don't want their personal business related to every stranger who happens along.
Tell me or I'll let the original owner know where you are.
If I'd known he was still breathing, I would have used a knife. I mean...
I would have used a knife. Where's the sword?
Redcliffe. The guy who bought it lives in Redcliffe. He's a collector.
That hair looks so unnatural.
I don't want any trouble. If you see that giant, tell him I don't have it, would you? I don't, I swear.
Yeah,
Well, he's the proud owner of your giant sword. If you'll excuse me, I have this sudden urge to pack. I've told you what I know.
I'd like to see your wares.
Certainly.
Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, hey, look, a Canary sword. I've never seen one before, I swear. Blink. I'll take that. I'll take that. Take that. Four. It's not actually really good. Okay. Thank you, sir. I shall be going, sir.
So what does a dark spawn look like, anyhow? You ever seen one?
Can't say I want to.
I heard about what happened and I don't really know what to say. But I feel like I need to say something. Sorry, perhaps.
I do not need sympathy, so do not feel obliged to give me comfort. We all die, Liliana, and we all know it. How is this different?
Because it's sooner?
Is it really? I may die next year, or I may die tomorrow, shot through the heart by a bandit's arrow. I do not know for sure. The constant fear of death is enough to take the joy out of anything, especially life. Do not worry for me or for yourself. Death will take us when it wills. Until then, we shall live, truly live.
Oh, you wish to talk to me?
Oh.
Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
Did you lose your caste when you left Orzammar?
It's not your business. But like my father, I was born on the surface. We never had a caste to leave. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
Well, I tried, sir.
Again, I'm flattered by your interest, Great Lord. Best...
What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he.
I am honored to be fired. Well, good. Because you're fired. Man, that makes it so easy when they're so happy to be fired. Oh, good. We broke the game already. I love it. Ha 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 ha. So we're being pulled into camp right now. I have a story about this. What's coming up? I know, we haven't even crashed the desktop yet.
You're awake. Did you feel it too? It was like the archdemons saw us. Saw us!
Saw us!
I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
So, we're attacked here in camp by demons. If you chose to be a Dalish, this interaction actually has you reunite with your friend, your Dalish friend, who fell to the Darkspawn contamination.
I guess it's like Duncan once said. We can sense them, and they can sense us. We'd best be more careful from now on. This camp isn't safe any longer.
But one of the shrieks is actually
Fortification should be built around the camp.
How unnerving.
one of the shrieks is actually your elven friend from the prologue of the Dalish. And he talks telling you basically the same thing. He's barely able to resist the call, blah, 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 and, to be careful. That is all. Just a fun little thing where it tries to pull in, because the Dalish tribe you come from is not Zathrian's tribe. You come from a different tribe that actually leaves Ferelden prior to everything. You know, just some of that random fun facts I know about video games.
Here comes trouble.
Desire. Delighted. And so I shall.
You know what's so worrisome? Just how much this game was lagging on this small of a screen when I know exactly how chaotic the end game's going to be. That's gonna be quote unquote fun.
Delighted.
We should actually beat, I believe, the first game probably, I don't know, next Tuesday? I'm just trying to think of what's left. Orzammar. Ah, I knew it was coming. Well, here's hoping the autosave was soon. I was literally, like, I was chastising myself mentally for not saving, right, like, when I noticed we were having some issues. Mentally. Well, where's the autosave? Oh, good. Right here. We just have to, you know, do this whole thing again.
Fight the blight one at a time.
I'm gonna keep more of the elves alive this time. Looks like I did a good job.
And so I shall. And so I shall.
Our tribe fights for you, Warden.
Well, thank you. Alright, time to rob Dwin. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Got a very angry Canary. We're gonna go and accost Dwin.
The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal.
Your efforts are...
But know that the sun always rises.
Do you miss the cloister much? I heard you were quite happy there.
Yes, I was generally. It was peaceful and it gave me a new start. No one knew who I was, but sometimes I am glad I am away and back on the road. There were bothersome things about the place. Well, bothersome people. Some of the brothers and sisters would talk to you like the chant they spoke was more pleasing to the Maker. Oh, I hated the way they talked down at me. So sometimes I forget the words to the chant, or say them wrong. But so what? The Maker looks into your heart, no? So it doesn't matter what your lips say, as long as your heart is true.
I think you're missing the point, my dear. The chantry believes the chant of light should be spread around the world. You cannot spread it if those that are speaking the chant are speaking it incorrectly.
But I came to the Maker before I had even heard all of the chants. The Maker speaks to people. They just don't know how to listen. It is all a power game, I think. If they convince others they know more, then they must be respected.
Child, it is precisely this kind of talk that made them wary of you. Opinions that differ from your own are always threatening.
Always threatening.
Go celebrate or whatever you have to do.
I'm looking for the Canary Sword.
Why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive.
Name your price.
6 sovereigns.
2.
Good enough. It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
Thank you. I could have killed him. I could have stole it. I love Sten. He's like, it's mine.
To desire.
Woohoo, and I got everything else. Hehehe, got him, boys. How do you have an open wound? Whatever.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
What will you do now?
My sword is in my hand again. I should put it to use. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Then lead the way.
Yeah. It made Sten a very happy Canary. You don't get any Canary partners in the second game. You get a Canary partner in the third game. Actually, I think you can be a Canary in the third game. I cannot remember. So, first game, you can be human, dwarf, elf. Second game, you are locked to human. Third game, I know you can be human, dwarf, elf. But I cannot remember if you've got other options or not. Like, well, I guess the only other option would be Canary.
You called.
Nope.
As you wish.
You called. Nope. 'Cause you wish. You called. As you wish. 'Cause 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 you wish
We will make good use of what you have brought us, Warden.
Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, Bodan, did you refresh your stash?
If there's anything I can do for you, I'm sure you...
Sometimes his stash in here replenishes with things like backpacks and other stuff. Doesn't look like it right now. Shame.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Ugh. You know what? Let's just go to here, and then we'll go to Orzimir. Oh, he just stood up in my back, just went crick crack, crickety crack, ooh, a bearscairn.
Of course.
Of course. Do 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 boo. Mages Collective.
A little something extra.
Little something extra for friendship.
The client is...
Thank you. Back to Orzimar. Orzimar. Hi, Bubby.
Did you hear? Andraste's ashes have been found, here in Ferelden too.
Mother Vorlin said that's just some hoax.
Mother Vorlin is a half-blind old cow. Everyone knows Andraste came from Ferelden. It makes sense they'd bring her ashes back here.
Those ashes are so old they'd be dust by now. I don't believe any of it.
I don't believe any of it.
King Loghain will not...
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzimar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Settled? Something happened to, what was it, King Endrin?
You won't get in talking about a king like that.
Wait, look at me. You're the brand who dishonored the Proving. Trust you to be ignorant of our tragedy. Orzimar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I am a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid
The
me.
Wardens killed King Kaelin and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And what was that you said? A filthy brand? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
I like how they literally make one reference to us, you know, being an issue, and then they're like, well, welcome on in. I had another dream about the Arc Demon.
And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it.
Saw us.
Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
I think the Archdemon needs to die quickly.
Well, short of waltzing through the entire Darkspawn horde and tapping it on the nose, I'm not sure just how we're supposed to do that.
Go boop!
But killing the Archdemon is the general plan, I understand. Good to have you on board. I guess one thing is certain, at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
This is official.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't? Vast holes carved from the stone of the mountain, lined with the chiseled marble figures of paragons, so fine as to mirror life itself. Soaring ceilings grand enough to make any man forget the sky and the sun, and to question the reason for their existence. I have heard of these things and more, but none prepared me for what I have seen here. It is marvelous.
Oh, okay. Marvelous. What about you,
What's
Winnie?
on your mind?
Nothing?
It is no trouble.
What is on your mind? No trouble.
A trust follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. Fair journeys, Warden.
Spare a few bits for an old man.
How did you get in here?
A bit of food, my lord. Some coin. For the ancestors' sake.
And these are not your ancestors. You taint the memory of our power.
Delighted.
All this is just free experience. Ah.
So, you know about him and Morrigan, right? You've heard?
I think I know what you are talking about, yes.
And you agree with it? You don't think that it's dangerous?
Dangerous for whom? Her or him?
Anyone. She's Malefica and rotten to the core. How could he even... this can't be a good idea. She can't be a good influence on him.
I will admit that the thought did cross my mind several times. But look at it another way. Perhaps he will be a good influence on her.
You know, you are just too understanding about stuff like this. Can't you be more judgmental? I'm trying to rant here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead and rant, dear. And I'll just nod my head if you like.
Oh, of course. Just go ahead and rant, dear. I'll just agree with you.
Step back, Brand. Call yourself Warden, but the paragons in this hall should not have to suffer the sight.
Ooh. Let's see. All right, actually entering Orzammar.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Alright, we have to choose who's gonna become king, by the way. And you saw the two candidates.
I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. I find that soddy fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Vieta, I have enough crime without some castless carrying weapons in the city. Your actions risk pain of death. Name yourself.
Grey Warden is all the name you need.
Warden? You? When I heard they accepted a brand, I thought it was a joke. Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want?
I love how even though you are a Grey Warden who is someone to be respected, they still absolute hate you because you are castless. A blight is coming and I need Orzamar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
Mention paragons.
Are you sure you're still a dwarf? Ancestors have patience. If Bronca could hear this, well, I wouldn't be standing in dried blood. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Can a city even function like this?
You have little faith in your own city, Brand. Excuse me, Warden, but this isn't Dust Town. The tavern is open and the market is busy. Orzammar has suffered worse. The ancestors will see us through.
Okay.
Yes, you should.
For a tiny people, they certainly build high ceilings.
You're right. For tiny people, that is a pretty big ceiling.
And so I shall. Welcome to Janar Family Armorers. I assume you have some kind of dispensation to let you wear all that.
You know anything about what happened with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harrowmont's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
You're part of the Smith cast?
I, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
Let's see what's in your store.
Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Okay, goodbye.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them.
What were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him?
Captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by dark spawn that way.
What would you give for his safe return?
You're asking what I would pay for your services? I have little money since my husband died.
You can't demand payment. Don't be cruel.
No, the deep roads are dangerous. If I had anything of worth... But wait. I saved his shield, the masterpiece my husband smithed. I was saving it for Ruck's return. If someone were to find my son or his body, they can have the shield with my blessing.
We shouldn't abandon him.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
Oh, I'm a Grey Warden. It's what we do.
Warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good Widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Yep.
What is...
A brand in the commons. And outfitted like a topsider, no less. Good. Let people see Castless have a purpose. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Ah, your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Some say Balin killed his
Just
father.
as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
You approve
Can't
of
find
the
ore
scales?
without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
A blight is coming. Orzammar cannot be
Orzammar will
divided.
decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against dark spawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to them. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
I'll take your gold, of course. Ho ho ho.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
Maker's blessing. Why are you invoking a human god?
The Maker brought forth this world and every creature in it. He chose a human woman as his prophet and bride, but he loves all races. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
I would like to point out that this is like the umpteenth time we've heard this voice actor. That is all. This guy is in everything.
The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Alright, what is your name? I'm gonna look it up real fast. Brother Burkle. IMDb. Brother Burkle. No, not Nurkle. Burkle. Okay, let's look. I can't even trust IMDb anymore. Whatever. Don't care. Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Me.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Oh, of course.
I once drunk it. If you want to drink in here, Brand, you'd better have the coin. I'll know if it was stolen.
Is that how you treated Grey Warden?
So that explains the steel you're wearing. I was about to call a guard. I suppose you're the one from the Proving. Well, welcome to Tapster's, and hope we can serve you. With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have? Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentis Red for everyone.
Yeah!
This, my friend, is the Paragon of Ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
How much money did I lose? Not that much. Now everybody loves me.
Didn't know Cora was letting in brands. Ah.
I'm a Grey
One
Warden.
that started all the trouble in the Provings. I'm Naveen. I'm with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Brand or no, anyone who hunts Darkspawn is all right with me. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name?
Dukan, Dunka.
Something like that.
Oh, you knew
I met
Duncan.
him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines. I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
Who's your unit fighting?
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live.
Thanks for
Watch
the
yourself. Orzammar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
In Dwarven
I told him I don't understand why the Provings aren't open to everyone. Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my
Terrible
esteemed
disappointment to my
Doesn't like
mother.
me spending time in taverns. So I'm curious. You've been living on the surface, right? Does it function any worse than Orzammar for having abolished caste?
A controversial opinion for a dwarf in the assembly.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at Tapster's. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
How does this caste system work
Badly.
anyway?
Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
Oh, of course. Anything about this Carter?
The Assembly passed laws prohibiting the casteless from holding any job a legitimate citizen can do. Of course, they turn to crime. What else can they do?
I should get going.
As you wish.
Looking for two people. This is one of them.
Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
Is this Darkspawn corruption or just madness?
This thing's older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Bye! That man just fucking yeeted. Alright. I thought there was one more dwarf in here. According to this, there isn't. I think he should be like right here. He's a raging alcoholic. Oh well. Psych! We turn around and go back in. Try to reload it. Damn, didn't work. Let's see. Is there a wall carving? I may have already gotten most of the thing. That would be why.
As you desire.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too.
Common chicken nuggets.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look
Dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
These things
Gotta
dangerous?
boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
If I see any, I'll send them
Good
your
on
way.
you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Alright, this guy has lost all of his chicken nuggets. I'm not shortening this word for fear of what closed captioning will do to my reputation. A common fear. Potentially a common fear. That does not surprise me. La, do, 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 do.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I've got some for you.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found. You're the best rank. You're the best. I trust Vala, my nug wrangling friend.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Nope.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you, and I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Are you alright, sir?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Look around the shop? Aren't dwarves immune to lyrium's effects?
Of course we are. You should know that. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck. Not crazy, just a little forgetful. Don't worry, I'm fine when I work. Just look at my wares. I have the best blades here. Enchanted to hold fire, ice, anything you want to put in it. Right, best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
Oh, he's crazy. That's not a bad kniff. I've got a couple of gifts for people in my party. I believe the golden symbol of Andraste. Goes to our friend Liliana.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
That's not for you. Alistair, do we have anything for you? Nope, doesn't look like it. How about Win? Got some stuff for Sten. Gold earrings are generic.
Most kind.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Okay. Dagna?
Oh, I actually was talking to your companions. Or are you from the surface too?
Can I help you?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
My companion here is a senior enchanter of the Circle.
Oh, my lady, it's an honor.
Oh,
I've never
my
met an actual
lady.
mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
We'd be happy to answer any
I've
questions.
been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Why wouldn't they?
No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them.
So, what do you want with the circle?
I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I can bring the circle your
That would
request.
be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating.
It's just fascinating.
Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
She says. Children. Ooh, piece of candy.
Does that lead out to the deep roads? I hear they're crawling with darkspawn.
And so I shall.
I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesh's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Why do you need patrols?
Don't let the comm fool you. The Darkspawn are down there, aren't they, Commander?
Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
They've already made their move on the surface.
But I thought the vermin never went up that far except at...
Except during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
Yeah. You let me
Into
pass?
the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or
But
permission to risk yourself.
I'm a
Orzammar
Grey
can't
Warden.
afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
Are they the
Of
only
course
danger?
not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders,
spiders.
deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion
You
of the
know
Dead.
Legion, don't you? Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes. Or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
Ah. I see.
Aye, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen.
Thank you. Oh, we got a compliment. Oh, cool.
You know, I've heard about the Orlesian bards.
Who hasn't? They are quite famous after all.
The stories I heard were a little racier. It had to do with how a bard assassinated her target. How they were lulled into complacency.
Get back to the forge. I want to see more details. Who would ever agree to entertain a bard in their court?
Oh, I don't know. There's a certain allure to danger, isn't there? And besides, you couldn't all be assassins, could you? I'd take my chances. If the stories were true, that is.
We had rules about that sort of thing. Strict rules.
Such as? You're not gonna tell me, are you?
Let's just say I had plenty of reasons to join the Chantry, shall we? And leave it at that.
Plenty of reasons to join the Chantry. Alright. To the camp. That beautiful, beautiful screen. To be honest, I have no idea how I'm this good at breaking games. Like, I am just...
Very nice.
So
Very
amazed.
nice indeed. Very nice.
Very nice indeed. You want the portrait of a goose girl.
Unexpected. Thank you.
You would love a golden mirror.
What have you there? A mirror?
A mirror?
It is just the same as the mirror which Flemeth smashed on the ground so long ago. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly.
Don't be ridiculous. It's a gift, Morrigan.
You say that as if I should be accustomed to such a thing. I have never received a gift. Not one which did not come at a price. I suppose I should say thank you for the gift. 'Tis most thoughtful.
Truly.
Truly.
Hey, got him. Gold amulet goes to you.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Drugs. Nice. Alright. Let us speak with... Nope, you're done. Sevron's not done yet.
What say you?
Nothing. We want Dr. Shale.
I wish to ask a question of you.
Go ahead.
I wish to know your opinion of love.
Of love. My opinion?
You and I have been intimate, for one. We have been close for some time now. You are impressive in many ways, and you even protected me from Flemeth without hope of reward. I feel anxious when I look upon you. I dislike this sense of dependency. 'Tis a weakness I abhor. If this is love, I wish to ascertain that you do not feel the same.
Are you saying that you love me?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You need to pay attention. What I'm
You
saying is
need
that
to pay
I
attention.
have been foolish. I have allowed myself to become too close. This is a weakness.
A weakness. Love is not a weakness.
You are not listening to me. Do not be such a fool. This is for your own good. I would not...
Do not be a fool.
I'm not like other women. I am not worth your distraction, and you are not worth mine.
You are worth my distraction.
You are impossible.
Yes.
Have it your way, but I will tell you truly now. You will regret it in the end.
Yes, because I know the story. Shale!
It speaks.
I have some
It
questions.
doesn't have better things to do.
No. Where were you acquired?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a Tig. I simply stopped caring. A conjecture on my part, of course, but...
Did you know where in the deep roads?
No. That secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
Squish.
On them.
You know, that's what you should use against your enemies. Just tell them you wish you had their head in your hands, like a giant lemon, so you can make them go squish. Where is it going? Circle.
Will you stop eating?
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
But we've been looking at the road for hours. No travelers all day.
Will one of you pay attention?
Hey, who's that?
Who's that? We could have avoided killing them if we wanted. But I like the smell of slaughtered bandits in the morning. Grumpy Bastard is how I read his name. Not Grumpy Bandit, it was Grumpy Bastard.
That's one for me!
Yeah, that's right. What did I tell you?
All right.
Don't mind me, I'm just going around as Liliana. We'll go this way instead. These guys can pick all the enemies to pieces. What? Nah. Let them do their own thing. I'm gonna plunder loot while my guys take care of things.
Let's grab some glory! This is annoying. The battle is finished.
Carnage I've yet to see.
Trap right ahead.
Since I don't trust this game.
Trap right ahead. Enemy ahead. Watch out. On my way. Right away.
What I find funny is the position of that dead person right by that trap means I almost fell for that trap. But I didn't, because I am good at what I do. Ba-do-do-boo. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-boo. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery.
Well... Dagna of Orzammar wishes to study magic.
Orzammar? Indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
She is aware of this, but her interest has not waned.
Fascinating. I suppose the Circle should be flattered.
She's willing to give up caste and clan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored.
You can tell.
Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate.
Thank you, Peasant Janta.
If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
I think she'll be very interested in what happened.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you.
Anything else I'm going to feel?
You've already done much for the Circle.
So, yeah, as I was saying, you can tell how much, like, Irving is quite, you know, learned about everything. Because most people, if you're like, oh, willing to give up caste and clan for something, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. That's just a saying, you know. But for the dwarves, you give up caste and clan, you're literally, quite literally shit. You mean nothing to nobody.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the Circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
Professor Chenta Irving accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the Circle since Urelden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
Nothing. The mages need
Then
every
I
ally
should
they
go
can
before
get.
my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the Circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
And then she just leaves. Wonder if there's a little tiny...
I trust Valar, stranger. Here for armor or conversation?
I'm gonna leave.
You're welcome back if you... And you needn't bring...
I was curious if there'd be any of the naked rats in here. Alas, there 'twas not. Let's see.
Did you speak often with Caleb?
You're asking me if I have a relationship with my brother, aren't you?
Yes. I wonder what he thought of you.
I don't think he cared much about my existence. I didn't mean anything to him. Anyway, to answer your original question, no. We never spoke. Well, maybe once. Marek and Kaelin had come to Redcliffe to visit the Arl. I was very young then. We were introduced. I believe I said, "Greetings, Your Highness." He said, "Ooh, swords," and ran off to the armory. So, yes, that was the extent of our relationship. We drifted apart after that.
Very sad. He has the most sarcastic of speakings. Let's see. To the north.
Welcome to... You? What are you doing here?
You!
Grave Wardens realize what a poor choice they made.
I'm here to defend Orzammar from a
And
blight.
I'll pray to the ancestors for Orzammar, and for the world.
Despite the fact that I am the best fighter you have?
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
No. Just wanted to know if what you guys thought about how shitty everyone's treating me. Apparently they don't care. Well, it's not like we try to talk about our past to anybody anyway.
So, what do you think will happen to all those people we left behind in Lothering?
Some of them will find their way to Denerim. Many will die, as the Maker wills.
Don't you wish you could have stayed there? To help more people, I mean.
If the Blight isn't stopped, everyone will die. This is the greater good we're serving, both of us, right here.
So it's all right to let some people die for the greater good? I'm not so sure about that. I felt bad leaving all those people there, all panicked and helpless.
You're doing what you must, Alistair. There will be worse to come yet. You will need to steel yourself. You know this.
I've never been very good at that. The steeling myself part. I find it better sometimes to just be a little weak. I'm all right with that, really.
I don't believe you. And either way, it's not as if any of us has a choice.
She's got a point. You don't got a choice. I've got to sneeze.
I can't believe it. I heard a dwarven Grey Warden came to Orzammar and I couldn't help but hope. Look at you. My little brother, the returning hero. And with quite the unusual entourage.
Rika, is that you under all these jewels?
Can you imagine? As of last month, I'm a royal concubine to House Iduken. They've moved Mother and me into the palace. You could fit our whole neighborhood just in the bathing room. I wish you could meet little Endrin, but they don't let me bring him outside the royal nursery.
You're a mother?
Little Endrin was born right before his grandfather died. His grandfather, the king. Can you believe it? My son is an Iduken. The future king of Orzammar spends his nights in my bed. Barat was a toad, but I have to thank him for teaching me to read, dance, massage, and whatever else Balin sees in me.
Balin poisoned his father and killed his brother.
That's a horrible, vicious lie. Balin told me all about it. Lord Harrowmont always favored Balin's older brother, the one who murdered Trian. Balin thinks Harrowmont set the whole thing up to frame him. Then he had the gall to whisper these things to the dying king. When the king sent him away, Balin cried for weeks. Tell me you don't believe these horrible rumors.
I can't promise anything until I know what happened.
Then you'll have to meet Balin. You'll see what he's like. He's even kind to Mother, and you know how hard that is. But this isn't why you're here. What's wrong? All the news from the surface says terrible things are happening. Darkspawn attacks and a civil war among the humans.
Yep. Yes, a new blight is beginning.
Ancestors, save us. I was afraid you'd say that. I hate this. Until there's a king, the Assembly would let the world collapse rather than bow to anyone's better judgment. But I can introduce you to Vartek Gavorn. He's Balin's chief lieutenant. He could help you if anyone could.
Just tell me where he is. I'll find him.
Vartek spends most of his time at the Assembly. I'll meet you there. He's more likely to listen if I introduce you. They say I'm Balin's favorite.
By the way, if you actually want to know what happened to Balin's older brothers, Balin killed them. You know, because you survive it as another brother. So, Balin killed his two older brothers, or two of his other brothers, in a trap. Of course, if you are the dwarven noble, you survive. However, you're spirited out because it was a trap, and it's better just assume that you're dead. So yeah, Balin's not a nice guy. And unfortunately, our sister's in bed with him.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
Yeah, there should be some blood, alright. Anyway, we got a couple of things to do first. Before we go any further that way. Just grab this. Beep! Then Rotato, our Popepo. I feel like you need that last emote just for your day-to-day life. From like 90% of the things I send you.
You're the best. You're the I trust Vala, my nug-wrangling friend.
As you desire.
Thought that would have been open by now. Okay. So actually, the Chosen Hue support will actually, you probably can't figure out, well, if you could have had werewolves or elves, Templars or mages, well, what's the difference between dwarf or dwarf? Well, you'll see. You'll see, alright.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for war.
Delighted.
News of the hour.
Yes.
Is Paragon Hood far behind?
Welcome to Lord Haramon's estate.
Well, thank you. I'm breaking in. Who's Tercy?
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
I mean, it's the same thing, whichever way you do it, right?
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Balin.
Nope. No, let's go into the Palais. Ba-bam! What that for? It's trapdoor.
Witnesses, get them!
Defend yourself!
Victory.
You should run while you can!
Don't you love it when just thieves pop up right in front of you?
By the ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate. Thanks again, Warden.
Yeah, no problem, man. What silly people. A glass phylactery. It's unnaturally cold.
Is that all you've got? I never liked this part. Oh shit. That's a secret I never knew about. Interesting. Which actually, if you read that Caged in Stone Codex, which one is it? 320. Quest related? I guess. No? Caged in Stone. The beast is foreign, but the need is familiar. Home and hearth suffers beneath strength and strangeness. These new kin to this Ferelden are better as friends than strangers, so we resist on their behalf. Lured from above, cordon and corral. 3 standing in position. A 4th signals the throne. Stasis for the beast, as long as the king holds the throne. Oh. Okay. Alright.
Of course.
Here I am.
So we have to find... three spots to stand on. Two in the southwest. Man, southwest? Can I even get back there?
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
The prince values your support, Warden.
Okay, maybe we can't actually do this yet. Maybe we have to wait. Or, do you need 3 people to stand on this? I doubt it's this, but yeah, I didn't think so. Alright.
Huh. That's a lot of lava. I guess they just hope it never erupts.
Yep. Except for lava erupts out of a volcano, not from it like being down below. Another chicken!
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Thanks for the memories.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperin. What have we been reduced to?
Oh, did you get a good look at them?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. No offense, Warden. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Oh, okay. Huh. Thief!
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I, don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I am a Grey Warden. I am not afraid of the...
Grey Warden?
Deep roads.
Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
It's almost too much to hope. Okay, well, if it's too much, I guess I should leave.
All right.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the shaper of memories.
Ah, how do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you. That is an odd request. Have you grown so fond of the Surfacer's ways in your brief absence?
I come on behalf of Brother Burgle.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
The Chantry's charities could greatly
What sort of
aid
charities
Orzammar.
do you mean?
The Chantry cares for widows and orphans.
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Tell me if some
Perhaps the
Vods
books
wants
here
this-
can make up for the lack of attention you paid your elders. We were a great empire once, and our land stretched through the deep roads. Kal Shirak was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
How'd you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridin's tag is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
What's a tag?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Where's Kal Shirak?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Shirak is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
It's the difference between an ancestor and a
All
paragon.
dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
Are there any in Orzammar?
There is one paragon of this generation, a woman named Branka. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Where is Branka
She went
now?
into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shatgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
What about casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Ah. that what should have happened to me?
I'm sorry. I can speak with you as a warden, but I cannot discuss your belief that you have previously been to Orzammar. Your presence here was not recorded in the memories. You did not exist.
You do not exist. Alrighty then. With that cheerful note, we are going to leave it off right here and pick up again with some more tomorrow. So, anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody, stay funky people.